Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check second dispenser from the right.
There's nothing in
my
here.
life. Thank you, Albert.
What could it be?
Thank you, Albert.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Okay, your turn.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Buzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy was not a bear. Well, fuck off!
Good.
Okay.
Repeat after me. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck as much as it could chuck if a woodchuck could. Okay, your turn.
Yeah, it's... Okay, here I am. This is what you wanted.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome there. I love seeing you use it in chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Toot. Thank you, Catbox, for triggering the welcome bear. We're just playing with the new Photoshop.
Nope.
No, because it'll interpret that as second.
Empty.
Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check the third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Third dispenser.
I've checked it earlier. That was enough.
Dispenser 3.
I don't have any money on me.
Check dispenser.
I'm not going to go, oh, sure, here's your change, sir.
This isn't fictional. This is. What do you mean? We have had a quiz.
This has definitely happened.
Yeah. What do you mean fictional?
It's a game. It's a normal
We're having a
game.
quiz. Really are having a
Normal
quiz.
game, yeah.
All right, so what was the
Right,
question?
our answer is purple.
Okay. Wrong. It's pink.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, purple, isn't it?
Okay. And chat. What is the name of the colour? Shoot. It's doing better. Move left. Dodge. Oh no!
Multiple orders can be used in combination.
Dodge and shoot.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to
You'll be able to control the shutter by inserting the emergency shutter key.
Thank you, an anonymous
If we
user.
don't find the shutter key, we won't be able to progress.
Welcome to being subscribed, Fluffweasel. Go to guest room 1.
Guest room 4. Okay.
Guest room 1.
Okay.
Guest room 1.
Guest room 4.
Guest
Okay.
room 1.
Guest room 4.
Guest
Okay.
room 1.
If we don't find the shutter...
Head to the elevator hall.
The elevator hall.
Run.
Okay, yes.
Hello and welcome, Raiders. Hello, Raiders from the Gongwei. Happy to have you all aboard here. And of course, Gongwei, friend of the stream. A shout out there. If you were not already following, that's so fucking stupid. I've made the stupidest fucking leaderboard in the world. That is the worst leaderboard in the world. So the highest amount you can get The highest amount you can get is 9. And then if you get any more, you're knocked off the leaderboard. Would have points and be in some kind of leaderboard for something. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I want to be the first Twitch stream that is not only shut down by the EU for allowing people to gamble with premium currency, but also shut down for GDPR violations at exactly the same time. Sean's going down the technological authoritarian dystopia route.
Adamant, you're going to bite and go for it. Go on, bite. Bite on the burger. Go on then.
Okay, okay.
Bite.
Go on, eat the burger then. Go on.
Yeah. If this shows you, if this teaches you a lesson, if this teaches you a lesson,
bite. Oh, so you bit your grandchild.
Oh no! What are you done that for?
Why did you just conceive
Why did you do that?
They're not going to go, oh, sure, here's your change, sir.
This isn't fictional. This is. What do you mean? We have had a quiz.
This has definitely happened.
Yeah. What do you mean fictional?
It's a game. It's a normal
We're having
game.
a quiz. Really are having a quiz.
All right. Sorry, what was the
Right,
question?
our answer is purple.
Okay, wrong. It's pink.
Oh.
Yeah, purple, isn't it?
Okay, and chat. What is the name of the colour? Would have points and be in some kind of leaderboard for something. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I want to be the first Twitch stream that is not only shut down by the EU for allowing people to gamble with premium currency, but also shut down for GDPR violations at exactly the same time. Sean's going down the technological authoritarian dystopia route. It's like a children's party where one of the kids goes too fast on a swing or a roundabout and gets sick and no one's allowed to have any fun anymore.
Yeah, that is what it is.
It's when you have a party and one of the kids eats too much sugar and does a big vomit and then someone's parents needs to get called. And you're not sure if it's appropriate to still have fun. It emulates that while also stretching your general knowledge to the limits.
Nope.
No, because it'll interpret that as second. Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check the third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Third dispenser.
I've checked it earlier. That was enough.
Dispenser 3.
I don't have any money on me.
Check dispenser. What's the ha in Ado?
Ha-ha-has in the chat, please.
Can someone literally... What's happening here? You can't hear. Mighty fight, you can't hear. Oh god, I'm in the fire. Oh my god.
Sit down. Sit down.
Great.
Oh, you
This is on
restored
all
them.
of you in the chat. Just confirm yes or no if you can hear me sleeping. You also want. Sorry, Jan's also forgot the gnocchi. How did we both forget the gnocchi? Because we got thrown by the sprouts.
It's a lot happening.
I think we just gotta have double broccoli, no. Oh my god.
Double brock, no knock. Oh god, what a nightmare. No
Both
sprout,
of us
no
went
knock.
in to get sprouts, then got so anxious that we forgot the gnocchi and also bought broccoli.
Too anxious for sprouts.
Can't believe this. Double brock, no knock. This is absolutely wrecked.
So now we can.
Now it's undecided whether that's a rule or not.
No. I'd always imagined you could do what you like, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the point of the rules then?
I didn't want to tell you that when you were spending money on it, but... Where do you want it?
I've checked it earlier.
Check
That was
second
enough.
from the left.
You're too vague. I don't know what you mean.
Check second dispenser from the left.
I've checked it earlier.
Are you satisfied,
That was
Albert?
enough.
Check third dispenser.
Which dispenser do you mean?
Check second dispenser from the right.
There's
Oh
nothing in
my
here.
God. Thank you, Albert.
What could it be?
Thank you, Albert.
Would you like to be our captain as well?
Oh, good. Josie is now victorious. I think Josie's
Okay. I've got a question for everyone. Fingers on buzzers.
Oh, is there buzzers now?
No.
You don't have a rule about that.
Do you want to? Oh wow.
Perfect.
Yeah, embouchures on buzzers. Albert's just really nice. I think I'm quite nice. I think I'm quite pleasant. I'm
I'm a very
cheerful.
cheerful man.
Unfortunately, the noise suppression cut you off a really odd time in the wind up to the scream, and we had to infer that that's what you were doing. But it was honestly funny because we all knew you'd screamed and we couldn't quite hear it. You might not want to hear this either. I'm all stuttering. Am I stuttering right now? My hand's stuttering. Is this motion stuttered for you guys? Am I chugging here at a completely still screen? Are you waving? No, I'm not. I'm just moving my hands up and down. That's the wave. Is it the motion is good? Then what I see in my monitor does not relate to what's going on. What do I do here? I don't quite get this bit. Blue. What do I do here? Red. Huh? Blue.
Yep.
Shoot. It's doing better. Move left. Dodge. Oh no!
Multiple orders can be used in combination.
Dodge and shoot. You also want. Sorry, Jam's also forgot the gnocchi. How did we both forget the gnocchi? Because we got thrown by the sprouts.
It's a lot happening.
I think we just gotta have double broccoli, no. Oh my god.
Double brock, no knock. Oh god, what a nightmare. No sprout, no knock.
Went in to get sprouts, then got so anxious that we forgot the gnocchi and also bought broccoli.
Too anxious for sprouts.
Can't believe this. Double block, no knock. This is absolutely wreck. What's the ha nado?
Ha-ha-has in the chat, please.
Can someone literally... What's happening here? You can't hear. Mighty fight, you can't hear. Oh god, I'm in the fire. Oh my god.
Sit down. Sit down.
Great.
Oh, you bent
this is on all of you in the chat. Just confirm yes or no if you can hear me sleeping.
They're not going to go, oh sure, here's your change, sir.
This isn't fictional. This is. What do you mean? We have had a quiz.
This has definitely happened.
Yeah. What do you mean fictional?
It's a game. It's a normal.
We're having
game.
a quiz. Really are having a quiz.
All right. Sorry, what was the
right?
question?
Our answer is purple.
Okay, wrong. It's pink.
Oh.
Okay, and chat. What is the name of the colour? He would get burglarized, and I'm afraid that has now happened. My son has unfortunately been burglarized, and in true landlord fashion, he's actually bought out the retail space underneath this office and is turning it into quite a criminally dangerous.
I've checked it earlier.
Check second
enough.
from the left.
You're too vague.
Oh yeah. How was everyone? I'd like to try normal game. I missed the first one. Well, normal game's going to be a big thing when it happens. Maybe I need to turn on this light. Is that a bit better? God, I'm all over the place. Because I'm working on the sun, and the moment a cloud changes over the light level. That's coming down again. It's too bright, isn't it? But that's sun. That's the God's own sun. Yeah, the plan with normal game is that once it starts, I think it's going to be a big deal and it will run for a lot of time. And I want to get on a lot of special guests, particularly comedians and other streamers who I think might enjoy it and might play well with it. It's kind of a big ask because I wanted to do it as a single elimination tournament. It does mean if anyone wins, they'll have to come on again. But I don't know. I think if people enjoy themselves, they'll be happy to. Please feel free to be sleepy. Feel free to type away. In fact, let me just see who's in. I've made this new roll call so I can just see who's here. Hello, Nightbot. Hello, Pepsi Scrolls. Hello. That's probably a bot. Hello, a good Pete. Hello, Drapsnet. That's new on me. Is that a real name? Hello, Lucy Lefty. Welcome. Hello, Cardboard Children. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Kata, welcome in. But I think that's a bot, Paula. Hello, it's me. Probably don't need to. Hello, Mighty Fighty Shush. Hello, SK Schaefer. Hello, Zero. I think that's a bot as well. Hello, Bird.exe. Hello, that's just Lurks. That's probably a that's not, it's a bot in a good way. Hello, Andy Plem. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. I think that might be more accurate than, because I think Twitch is kind of slow to update who's in, so I don't know how accurate it is. It says there's 11 people watching. That sounds about right. There was a Robot Wars where the team dropped out because they couldn't be bothered to come out for the semis. There is a precedent. That's fine. You know what? That's fine, right? We could just say they lost and just advance. The good thing about a single elimination bracket tournament is that I think people can drop out and drop in, and you just cross people out. It's quite an easy one to manage, right? Any kind of remotely fair tournament where you've got double elimination and then there's a losers bracket and you want to work out exactly where everyone is, nah, we simply aren't going to do that. Yeah, what's happened since last time? Defizz has gone because it necessitated that queue that created all those problems. As much as people might not have known what was intentional and what wasn't on Wednesday night stream, the queuing stuff I discovered along with you. I discovered that behaviour along with everyone else. Everything else was more or less on purpose. More points have been improved. In that there's no confusion between uppercase and lowercase now. All more points will be thrown to lowercase automatically. There is a new welcome bear in the mix now. And I think that's it, really. No, I think it might be just too... I think time of day is a factor in fizziness. I think seeing consecutive streams, I think one stream kind of livens people up, and that means the next person gets people who've always been a bit fizzed around. Well, I think defizz is a good idea. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure how to implement it. There seemed to be a ready-made thing that it will block commands to a certain group. However, grouping buttons, which is what they're called in Sammy, just anything that does anything is considered a button. Grouping them seems to mean that Sammy considers them one thing. So if they queue, they all queue. And that's the issue. The annoying thing is, the alternative would be to stick an if statement that everything runs through, and it would be like a master controller for everything. And that would just be an absolute nightmare. It would take a very long time to make because you'd have to take into account every possible input. And I don't want to do it. Another thing you could do is a thing that's constantly repeating, that's checking whether fizz mode is activated or not, and it just stops Sammy doing anything. So you'd get like a frame or so of things starting. So you'd hear maybe... you would never hear a full egg. Everything can be started, but they're instantly stopped again. Can't you just hide the alert scene? What alert scene? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the fizz queue. The issue of everything queuing up. Because now, if you egg and welcome bear and stuff, don't do it because we're going to have a calm stream. But they should be back to their normal behaviours. Unless I've made a mistake, and God knows I probably have. So yeah, I've been trying to get down to... I've been left in the flat alone for 3 days. So it's now immaculately tidy, except for one of the blinds, which I've broken. I've done a number of odd jobs. I've cleared out a truckload of admin. And one of the things I've been doing is looking through all these little ideas for streams I've had. And some of them are just of games I think would be fun to stream. But I really want to clear some games before I add more games. I can see myself burning through money, constantly buying games as I stream them for a bit and then stop and then get distracted by a new shiny object. And so why not a relaxing stream? I've seen people do it. I know that it can be done. I've seen people do it. A relaxing stream where the streamer, myself, Sean Morley, twitch.tv/Sean Morl, is just playing a game, trying to make progress and enjoying that experience while spending time with the chat and talking to people. Is it a bad time when it's just a money burning stream? I wouldn't mind that. I think, not to toot my own horn here, but I think I could do a stream that revolved around money, burning it. But I think I could monetize that. I think I could make a net positive. Are BG3 or Starfield on the list? Starfield I'm got a big question mark over just anyway. BG3 seems a bit saturated overall, but I am quite interested in it. BG3 was like set to pass me by because I tried to reignite my interest in CRPGs, and I tried to play this year. I tried to play Pillars of Eternity, and I thought this will be the one to see if I like this kind of thing, and I just couldn't get to the end. And I really have lately been trying to push myself to see the credits on any game I start, just to stop me buying stuff, just to stop me being stupid. And I couldn't get to the end of that. I just didn't care. Community satisfactory build again. Who could participate in that? I love satisfactory. I think satisfactory rules. It would be nice. But you know, we could do that. We don't need to stream that as well. If we just like a game, I feel like I might enjoy just building the factory with my friends. Anyway, it's fun when people do a deep cut reference like again. I'm going to bring up Tartarus Key. We'll see if we can make some progress. What I do have right in my Notion, I've put such a list together of games that I've had to split that list into two, of ones that I think will be legitimately interesting and fun, and one and another one which I think would be like Lifeline 2003 style games of old, broken, over-ambitious ideas, which I think could also be quite fun. A good time for streaming Metal Gear Solid 2 or Divinity Original Sin 2. Why? Why those in particular? I feel like I've not grasped your meaning. It works. She arbor day on my zit ein slong and my Lars till I hold. Absolutely incomprehensible. Simply dangerous. Yeah, I fixed it. What I will say, this is how I defend myself from the accusation everything breaks. I do fix them all again. I do fix them all. The one thing, if you could indulge me for a second, the one thing I can't work out how to fix is that the polls sometimes do a 0. Not the polls, the randomizer sometimes will bring up a 0. And I have not been able to recreate the problem on my own ever. When I do it, it works for me. And I can't work out why it sometimes does a 0. Oh, it's Larian. It's Larian. It is always a good time for Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, yeah. Metal Gear Solid. That's not how you actually draw up a random category. If you want a random category, it's one word. Otherwise, it looks into the category called category and brings out something from inside of that. I was reading that Konami are, you know, when Disney's got those old cartoons and they're just full on racist, but they're still considered some kind of classic part of the whatever, like Dumbo or that stuff in Fantasia. And so they air it, but they put this screen on and saying, we've done this to preserve history. We don't endorse it. We think it's good to look at history unblemished and look at it critically and so on. I think that's been considered a bit of an industry standard to do that. That's being put on by Konami onto the Metal Gear Solid games because of all the just rampant misogyny in it. And I was wondering, is that the first time that kind of title card is being put on a piece of media or intellectual property about a creator who's still alive and still making work like that? Is that the first time we're like, this is history and we need to look at it in its context? I associate that with stuff from the 1950s. This is something from like, when was Metal Gear Solid 3 the most recent game in it? I'm interested to see what's going to be made of that. This looks like it's working. 5 hours, 17 minutes. The holding say? No, this is it. 53. 3 hours 53. What is this game? This game is called The Tartarus Key. It is a recent release. It released this year. It's made in the style of an old PS1 game. They've given it, perhaps, if anything, kind of excessive polygon wobble. Yes, exactly. So he's still making stuff like this. The idea of being like, you got to look at this in the context of history. The guy's still doing this stuff. The guy's literally out there doing stuff. And because it's a puzzle game, I'll pop in a little Tartarus hole. So there will be a voice chat channel. I'll call it the keyhole because the game's called the Tartarus Key. So if anyone wants to come in here and help me solve any puzzles, you're very welcome to. I just had a Tom Allen noise. Well, that won't have been broadcast to you. I don't know what made that. Yeah, so this is where I was. The aesthetic is very nice. The thing I like about it, although the stakes haven't risen that high, is there is a story gimmick where if you get puzzles wrong, NPCs can die permanently. And I think we have actually killed one NPC on purpose. Last time we managed to get a helper through a puzzle that related to these floor things. Oh no, is it autosave to before this? Am I really bad at saving this game? Oh yeah, we gotta do this again. Alright, I guess we can. I remember how this puzzle works though. This guy here, the tiles he needs to move on relate to this computer screen. And there are 3 sets of indicators as to how it works. There's this one, which isn't for this. There's this one, which is, and then there's something else. There's a third one. It must be the cards. No. We did. I don't know why this is the most recent load. Oh no, this is, sorry. We did go further with this. This is the most recent load. Okay. So we're back into the main. We moved all the meat. You're right. Okay. So something in the house. It's just a puzzle house. People are trapped in the house. I'm trapped in the house. You move around. You find puzzles. Sometimes the puzzles are connected to people who are stuck in some kind of Saw-like torture punishment situation. We've got a lot of 90s TV kind of tropes. This is an ex-cop who's too injured to do any puzzles but is tough talking. This is the kind of Swattish scientist who's a master of the occult. There's some kind of demon hell summoning plot. Not that I care. I'm going to be skipping through most of the dialogue because it's too long. You a fan of Cube, Bird? We got any Cube fans in? You can tell a lot about someone if they prefer Cube or Hypercube. Who did we kill? There was a really posh guy who seemed to have some connections to the secret society that's running this mansion puzzle house. But we decided to get the puzzle wrong on purpose so he'd die. He had a Battle Royale style collar around his neck which will kill him if the wrong input is put in. Hello Butty Barbie. I think for yourself you don't need to put a question mark. Just put in exclamation mark MP. There you go. Congratulations. I'm not sure where to go. Yeah, you won't be in there. You have to receive or lose points before you're logged. Oh, we ended on a catastrophe. So did I. I don't understand either. I gave Martine one earlier for being nice. Oh, and then we got through here, and then this is where the meat is, I think. We did the meat. Don't remember what the meat gave us. Did the meat give us anything? Really big industrial saw. They must use it to cut carcasses. That sounds right. Sure. I get a little smaller. I feel like I'm huge. I think I am by default huge in the... little smaller might be good. It didn't occur to me. I don't know where Buzz Josie's came from, and I don't know where Rickard's came from. There is... It would take too long to give points if we insisted on this, but we could make a system whereby you always have to give reason when you give the points. Yeah, we did all this. That's really sportsmanlike of you, Pete, actually. So I think that deserves a more point. Yeah, sure. Congratulations. No problem, no problem. Just as long as everyone doesn't start asking for them. Just as long as it doesn't start catching on. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm lost now. Not lost. I know exactly where I am. I just don't know whether... Maybe I've got to talk to these NPCs. Maybe that unlocks the next thing. Just hoped it wouldn't come to that. Yeah, I'm still trying to work out... I like the idea that if you get a lot of more coins, you can cash them in for something. And I do think maybe on some level I'm being daft, because normally you can cash in... If you really want people to be able to faff around with the stream, you could let them donate for it. So I feel like maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot. But if you can donate for more points, then there's two ways of getting them. Good behaviour and money. So you could theoretically be very willing to donate and very naughty. But then you allow people to pay to be let off for being naughty. I don't know. There's no good system, is there? So what made you be a detective? Is this important? This is why the grizzled old cop was a cop. Yeah, something like that, SK. I think something, if you get a lot of points and cash them in, you get, I don't know, you get to just make some huge decision. One idea that crossed my mind, but I'm very nervous of it because it seems too powerful, and I did do this once with a live show and it was an absolute train wreck, is that if you get a really large amount of points, you can cash them in. And you can just come up with a concept or a title for a stream, and then that stream will have to happen. But again, I think that's too dangerous. I think that's a real problem. Okay, I need to put that coffee cup in a place where I'm not going to smash the mic with it. Saw somewhere in an arcade recently getting enough tickets that they bought every blackjack in the place. Every blackjack? What, like, is that like a little suite? Every blackjack. Little penny chew sweets. Right, I see. I've discovered some hard sweets here that I quite like. I've never been a big fan of hard sweets. But there's There are some sweets here called hopias, and they taste. They're like a bitter coffee. I think they're coffee flavored. I quite like them. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's how I got here in the first place. Yeah, I'm trying to think what's like a normal, desirable thing to want to cash your points in for. Like, there's not a lot on offer I can think of. I'm not sure where to go. Does anyone remember blackjack, that substance? That, for me, when I first got like an ingrown nail of some kind as a child, this substance that was introduced to me as blackjack was put on it. But I never really got my head out of what it was supposed to do or why it was supposed to help. How could a liquid pull a toenail out of toe flesh? How's the egg counter at 11? There's some really interesting Indonesian sweets. I went into this little Indonesian deli down at the sort of shopping precinct, and I ordered this very colourful sweet. And the guy was like, "Oh, have you been to Indonesia?" And I'm like, "No, I just it's just got a lot of colours." It's an interesting kind of chewy cake. This puzzle was the hardest one. This constellation one. I feel like I must be missing something intensely simple. Oh, could it be this? Is this new? The East Wing? Nope. Is this the game with the meat? Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Barbie, I'm trying to make my... I'm trying to be a better gamer by actually completing the games I own. And that includes games I started streaming. Examine the fireplace? Nothing. Try and leave through the front door? Ooh, a little knife. I have no idea what to do. Oh. Sorry, let me Hello, Lucy. There's a chance my audio is messed up from... Yeah, my audio's messed up from when I changed everything.
You're all good.
Hello.
Hello.
I changed everything. Were you here when I tried to get Lifeline be playable by people remotely?
No, I was away.
So I had to do lots of audio routing stuff, which has left a few things still going in the wrong direction. But it's fixed. Hello, welcome to the Keyhole.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm interested in this blackjack substance that sounds like tar.
It sounds like tar, yeah. But my nan insisted it's medicine. By the way, this is the same. Well, you might not know of this. Lucy, are you aware that the COVID-19 vaccine made my nan go blonde?
It came up last time I was in this channel playing this game with you.
Right, okay, good. You kind of just dropped right back into the same conversation, really.
Yeah.
Same game, still lost. Same nan. It was the same nan, yeah. So she'd have this blackjack stuff. Oh. Does this room seem new?
Doesn't look familiar.
Yeah. And there's a door we can't open, which perhaps suggests it's... And there's a pain scale. Are you aware of the Schmidt index?
I don't believe so.
It was an entomologist called something or other Schmidt, and he figured there wasn't enough research done on the pain brought about by being bitten and stung by different insects. and he realised there'd be no way for there to be a remotely objective scale unless the insects all bit and stung the same person, so he volunteered, and that was his life's work.
But surely develop an expectation and a tolerance of being bit and stung.
You might become better at dealing with it, but I'm not sure you'd become numb to the pain exactly, right?
I'm not sure. I might have to get bitten by all the same insects and compare my results.
I think what you'd have to do is get bitten by just one kind of insect. Then over the course of maybe a few weeks or months, get bitten by about 9 more. Then get bitten by the first one again and see if your new description of it or notes on it match up.
So I've been distracted by the poll.
Yeah, so have I, actually. I found when I tell this to people in person, they are a lot more patient with me. But when I say it here, people just straight away to my face go, "That's bullshit. That's a lie. You're mad." My least favourite one, "Your nan's gone to a salon and is telling you a direct lie."
Who are you bringing this fact out to? Is this just Is this to practice your Dutch?
What fact?
The COVID vaccine turned your nan blonde.
Oh, I was in Scotland recently, so I got to talk to people in my first language.
Okay, but nevertheless, what was the... How did you bring this up?
Oh, so I was having breakfast with my friend, and my mom texted me to say, "You got to ring your nan today because it's her birthday," which was good to do because I had forgotten. And so I had to say to my friend, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I've got to step out."
My nan is blonde.
And yeah, well, I thought I should come back in with something to say, but there's nothing to say. You know, she's fine, family's fine, she's having some people over. So I was like, an interesting thing about my nan is the COVID vaccine turned her blonde. And I didn't get any of the normal derision that I get here, is what I'm saying.
The winner.
And they sent her hair off to a researcher at Trinity College. There's a guy in Trinity College is in Dublin, right?
Yeah.
So there's a guy there with my nan's hair, and she claims that she's heard through her parish that someone else has had the exact same problem.
Is it a problem?
Yeah, it's a problem
okay.
for her. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is why this discredits the my nan turned herself blonde hypothesis. One, because she's not full salon blonde. She's strangely blonde, super mysteriously blonde. She doesn't look like she's had a dye job. It looks like something's happened. It's blonde in the wrong way. It's not blonde in an appealing way, and my nan doesn't like it because she's worried people will look at her and go, not only is she a woman of 92 trying to hide her age, but she's done it really badly in a way that doesn't make sense.
I'm interested in Bird.exe, the booster gave me a BBL, because as far as I am aware, BBL is BlackBerry Live, the old... Or was that BlackBerry Messenger? I think I don't know what a BBL is.
It's probably going to be some kind of beauty or spa treatment. My guess. If it is BlackBerry Live, that seems like it's not a coherent riff on the basic premise. Brazilian butt lifts. Right.
I kind of prefer the COVID booster gave me BlackBerry Messenger.
Yeah, but at least I can give you a coherent story about this happened and then this happened. And even the COVID booster gave me a BlackBerry is kind of hard to understand. But it just gave you the messaging service available only through BlackBerry devices. I'm just, I wouldn't stand it. It's not good storytelling.
I enjoy the mystery, I think. There's so many immediate questions.
And I think it's kind of faded now, It's more of a historical thing. And
nobody has a BlackBerry anymore.
Well, I was going to say that the blonde has faded, but you're right in both ways. It's not strictly relevant. It's more, I think I've brought up this exact point before again as well. So apologies to people in the chat who've heard me make this point. Like in like an 80s or 90s mystery fantasy kind of adventure film where maybe a child or a young adult maybe sees an alien or some sort of fantastical creature or an ET, and they quickly decide they shouldn't tell anyone because they won't be believed. When I was younger, was always a bit skeptical of that because I thought, no, you could convince someone. You'd have enough detail if you could provide a coherent enough account, and you're otherwise perfectly lucid. Someone should stop and take notice. I've been completely disillusioned of that recently with this Nan blonde thing because it's not as mad as an alien, and it's not as mad as I saw like a little gremlin. Something's happened to, pigmentation production in my Nan's follicles as a result of a new vaccine that frankly did have to go out quite quickly without the level of testing you'd normally give it in response to an international crisis. I think it's not, but yeah, no one really has ever said I believe you. Not one person.
Well, I don't think there's any paradigm that you can really fit it into. There's no existing theory. Like it's not a conspiracy that is known. So I think it's difficult to attach it to anything.
What are you saying? Sorry, like if 100 people said Sean's Nan got turned blonde, you'd be like, oh, I should listen. I should think twice.
Well, you are just one guy with one fact that seems pretty disconnected from anyone else's theories about COVID or the vaccine. It's not attached to a pro vaccine or an anti-vax sort of sentiment. It's just
I'm pro vaccine.
I know, but the statement "it turned my Nan blonde" is not necessarily, it's it being value neutral. Maybe means that people don't have an immediate desire to be part of your camp because it's not clear where that lies.
Okay, this is not strictly 100% new information, but I will give a character testimonial to my Nan. My Nan doesn't lie. My Nan's not a liar. So look down the lens to make sure you understand that. My Nan's not a liar. And maybe I've never made that bit clear before, and that's where the skepticisms come in. But if I can make that 100% clear, and that it's very hard for me to understand how skepticism to this isn't equivalent to saying your Nan's a liar, which I'm telling you she's not. I think that might make people think twice,
I'm not skeptical, I'm just ambivalent.
My Nan could be wrong. She's very easily tricked or fooled, and she comes to the wrong conclusions. I will give a lot of ground.
Yeah, someone could have come in the night and badly bleached her hair.
Well, she was worried that the spare room was not haunted. What is it if it's a demon?
I will shortly leave the job that it has been
possessed?
of my
No.
life to hold. to have had the
Poltergeisted?
opportunity
Inhabited,
to serve
you know?
the
It was
country I
inhabited.
love.
So she has had the her house exercised. So, I mean, I want to make clear here that when the only other alternative is a demon did it, you know, I sound more like the voice of reason by saying it could have been the chemicals.
And yet, I prefer a demon did it.
Hmm.
Or
sounds like you might be anti-vax as well.
or the local priest did it.
Yeah.
Just hid
Tell
out
me
in the
more
spare
about
room.
The local priest did it.
Just came around for a standard exorcism. Scoped the place out, found a nice hiding place, and then in the night got the ammonia out and did a quick bleaching.
And my nan didn't notice or something. She
Yeah,
does fall
yeah.
asleep a lot. She's 90. Well, she's 93 now.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way, to your nan.
Oh yeah, I'll send that along. Should I say Lucy Lefty says happy birthday?
Yeah, please.
That's good. She's got an iPad now. Not an actual iPad. She's got a little tablet, and she
I thought you were
uses
gonna say
that
iPad.
to. She did. She had cataracts. She's not,
Oh.
not a stranger to an eye patch. She's had an
Can
eye
we have
patch.
that in the? I don't know what the command is for adding quotes.
Oh, it would be exclamation mark add, and then you've got to pick a category, which I guess would be nan, nan law.
Do I have to put it in quotes?
Don't have to. People don't tend to. There's not a style guide per se. I'm aware of how people tend to write it.
Okay,
That
so
sounds like some
blackjack.
fast typing.
Blackjack paste is a magnesium sulfate Epsom salts mix. It's colored black and sold as black ointment or blackjack. There is some suggestion it stopped being sold as blackjack because it had other nasty ingredients in, but I cannot confirm this yet.
That's it. My nan lives in Birmingham. I was living in Birmingham. I'm from Birmingham. Commonly in the Midlands. Yeah. Magnesium sulfate Epsom salts. I wonder why that was put on my toe.
I'm gonna have a nurse look at my toe in about an hour.
Oh yeah? You got
Yeah.
a toe problem?
Yeah, I stood on a razor blade.
Oof. That's rough. You okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was a week ago.
Okay.
They glued me up.
Oh, they use glue. That's exciting.
Yeah. I had to keep going back because the glue didn't seem to work very well.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. It was annoying because I was, for one thing, because I was in England, which is not where I
in
live.
England.
I was filming a thing.
Oh, something exciting.
Yeah, I was in front of a green screen. I got to hold a big spear.
Yeah? You can
Yeah.
be on YouTube?
Oh, I hope so. One day, maybe.
We can all only aspire.
Yeah.
Be on Mr. Beast's platform on YouTube.
No, I had to spend the last day filming, being carefully shot from the midriff up, because I wasn't able to stand without assistance.
Oh, so you had some standing up assistance that was
Yeah.
just off screen.
For one shot, I had to make it look like I was walking, and what we ended up doing was putting I put my knee of my bad foot up on a swivelly chair and sort of dragged that along. I don't think the effect was very convincing in terms of making it look like a natural walk, but I did move.
I look forward to seeing whatever it is when it comes out. Just want to say hello to Copkey OSM for joining the channel. Thank you very much for saying possibly hello. Hello, Sudden Beth.
I have to
complete.
Just talking about my
My
nan
brain
again.
is utterly fucked.
Ayo.
I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I feel like I've walked around everywhere and I can't work out where to go next. Hello, Fluff Weasel. The last time I was here, we just did the meat, right? And then it was meat and...
Yeah, the last time I was here was meat. And then the saving the guy on the electric floor.
Oh, yeah. Just going to give SK a Morl point. Believe in my now. Oh, were you here for the introduction of Morl points? You were.
Oh, yesterday, yeah.
Oh, good. I still don't really know what they're for, but there seems to be still a low-level desire for them, so... catastrophes are also much harder to trigger now, so I think Morl points will start... The harder it is to trigger a catastrophe, the more Morl points are worth. Although eventually it'll be really hard to trigger a catastrophe, so maybe I could put in a system for triggering a catastrophe, which then resets the catastrophe measurer. Maybe go back to the room that has the puzzle? Well, I don't know what room that is. Is it this?
Did it say you could move the skeleton?
Model lungs. Hey, that probably goes in here. I put the lungs. Okay, let's fill up this
torso?
Yes, torso. Should we press this red button? Egg.
Always.
Oh, very nice. 3 birthday cakes.
Mm.
It was very much a headache, Beth. We learned it was a real trial by fire. But as a joke, I introduced a premium currency and social credit system called Morl points, where people could earn or lose points from being polite or rude, and I would just give them out just based on my whims, or I let people pay for them, and people seemed very fond of it, even though it's a very bad system. So they're sort of still around, and you can't redeem them for anything. That's it, really. Everything else was just other problems that have now been rectified. Is it like an advantage card? I still think there's probably a benefit to having an advantage card. So I'm gonna guess no, it's nothing like anything in the real world.
If I don't have a Twitch account and I earn a moral point, a moral point, then can I get a little receipt with a code on it to add it onto my account when I get home?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you do have a Twitch account. So
Well,
what
yeah.
kind of circumstance are we imagining where someone doesn't have a Twitch account but somehow manages to earn a Morl point through?
Well, maybe if the postie arrives when you're streaming and you want to say thank you in a more substantive way than just saying thank you.
Oh, right. So just anyone I meet in my life I could give a Morl point to. And so I could say, you know, at a restaurant to a server, very good service today. In fact, I've given you currency I call Morl points.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So this is one of those annoying can move, line up the birthday cake things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I knew if I just clicked around long enough it would work. Oh, great. We've earned a heart, I think. Okay. Heart and liver? Cracking. We did it.
Sorry, I'm just reading cop keys.
What do you think, Lucy? Should we check out There is a channel about science. A Twitch channel? A YouTube channel?
It's on YouTube. I've found it.
Yeah. Could you verify if the person looks like me?
I think they could be a Sean. I'm really struggling with those rhotic R's. A Sean Morley stunt double.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't look enough like you know, to be a doppelganger.
Oh, but if they had some motion blur, maybe people could mix it up.
Yeah.
I need to hang on. I need to adjust my white values here. I'm fully ghosted out. Should we take a little look at it? What do you think? Do you think it's worth popping it on, taking a little gander?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
All right, could you pop the URL in the chat here?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little look. Okay, time to learn a little something about science.
You will have to learn Turkish.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
I don't really see it. I don't really see it.
Günümüzde oynayan pek kaldı mı bilmiyorum ama bundan bir 20-25 yıl kadar önce
I don't think so.
Did you take your glasses off? Oh, it's less now. Yeah.
I don't think so. You'd need a lot of motion blur. It would have to be like a high intensity, sort of fighting on the top of a train. But I did. Doesn't he look like you? I don't really think so. I mean, I'm happy not to. You know, this is a democratic channel. I can just. Does look like Sean. Okay, we got a little poll going. Vote 1 if you think he looks like me. 2 if you don't. 3 if you're somewhere in the middle, and 4 just to abstain. Somewhat. I'll take somewhat.
There's a real somewhat surge happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a somewhat lock. Okay, 1 for no. I'll take that. I don't think he's a grotesque looking guy, right? If I woke up with his head, I'd be fine. It wouldn't stop me doing a lot of my basic tasks.
In addition to your head?
Oh. If his head, as it is, was grafted just onto my body, I think he would have a hard time adjusting, and it would prevent me doing my tasks.
It would make for a good stream, though. At least one.
A multi amalgam? Yes, yeah, I'd see that.
Poll closed. The winner is.
Does he get a moral point?
Oh yeah, why not? Who? Kopke or?
No, Evrim.
Yeah, why not? 1 more point. What's he got it for? Why have I given that to him?
It's being informative.
I don't know if he is though. We can't judge that.
Does anyone? I mean, presumably, Kopke speaks Turkish.
Yeah, Kopke, if I'm saying your name right. Are they a good YouTuber? Do you think they're up there? Do you rate them? I got a brain. That's what I currently have that's new. Oh, and there was something in here. Biohazard? No, nothing useful. You're not searching for a COVID video, are you?
No, I was just adding a Morl phrase.
Oh, that's quite cruel.
I'm sorry. I accept any negative Morl points that come my way.
It's okay. I understand. You're just joking, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're good. So, there's a locked door. There's a skeleton without a head. I took a brain out of this thing.
Can you not put the brain in the head?
I got the brain from the head.
Oh.
The brain is the prize for having every other organ. And that you can quote me
That's
on.
always true.
And the brain is probably the best one, right? If you had to take one out of me, I'd pick the brain last.
Oh, right. Not if I had to choose which to harvest from you.
Well, if you were harvesting one and I got to pick, I'd pick the brain last.
Hmm. Well, what first?
Well, I've already had my appendix out, unfortunately. That's always the obvious choice. Oh, hello. What would it be? It has to be a kidney, right? It's whatever I can live without. I don't want to die. I want to make that clear. You can quote me on that as well. Which of these skeletons should we pose this skeleton as?
Quite like the surfing one.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah.
Quite a hard one. Alright. Oh, it doesn't have a skull. I'm probably going to get penalised for the lack of skull.
Bye, SK.
Bye, SK. See you later. Alright, let's think about this. So left leg is bent, and then the right leg is all the way extended. No.
Is that something that is possible?
Yep. Then I think torso should be... Oh, it can't be on straight. Then I guess it's more likely that this skeleton is leaning this way, with one arm straight down and the other arm straight up. I think it needs a skull though.
The right arm is sort of dangling down a bit, isn't it?
Well, it looks like this. It's either completely washed out by this torch or too dark. But it looks like it's extending down in a straight line. It could be that the right arm is bent though. I could see an argument for that. Not bent up there though. I can change the whole thing by moving the chest, but I think if I'm to be penalised for anything, is that when I look at this as a skull.
Yeah.
There's eyeballs on the floor. I can't remove anything from this. There's a jar, there's...
Would you like a morbid skeleton fact?
Yeah.
In films from before maybe the 90s, if you see a full skeleton, it's probably a real human skeleton.
Oh, that's cool. My sister's doing a nursing degree. She's been on placement, and they put her on one of her first placements was end of life care, so she's just straight into washing the bodies.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Me and her once went to the Gunther von Hagen's plastination thing, and we found out that Snapchat can recognise the bodies there, and you can put any filter on them that you want. Yeah, our mum called us very disrespectful and very, very concerned. Albrot's decided that we're removing my large intestine, but I mean, I just can't see it happening. Like, I genuinely don't feel at risk, which you should all take as a compliment, really.
Well, until you need an exorcism, and then you wake up and you've got no large intestine.
Well, I still don't really understand your timeline, right? I'm my nan. I invite the priest in. The priest is doing holy water, saying the hymns and whatever. And then what happens? I just fall asleep with him in the house, or...
Well, yeah, the priest pretends to leave.
Pretends to leave.
And then...
Then why enter in the... If you're going to just... Why enter legally in the first place if you're going to break in?
Just to scope the place out.
Oh, that is actually... Yeah, that's actually very advanced. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's like someone pretending to be like a maintenance worker in a bank.
I found out that, you know about the Victorian ghost photography?
Oh, like the double exposure.
Yeah, but they break into houses as well to get some of the interiors. They do burglaries just to go in and set up an old-timey camera and take a picture. Bird's losing her mind, so I'd better examine the room. Okay, let's start from the top here. We've got jars filled with body parts. Oh, then we have this empty jar that I did see at the beginning, but it probably wants a brain. There we are. Oh, the skeleton's here. Thanks, Bird.
Big airplane arms.
Oh, we got a skull. Great, cracking. And then all we need to do is turn it to face this way. The hand needs to be... You can't change just the hand. This needs to be... Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Pretty good.
Well, not good enough. I feel like that's it, though, isn't it? Unless the head can move.
Yeah, can it?
No. Everything. I think everything only has like one position. I mean, two positions. Yeah. Is there a mod around who can give Bird a Morl point? I mean, I could do it.
Is the bicep, the right bicep, further up?
Oh. Ooh, hello. There we go. I was trying to change the hand, right? I thought the hand should be flat. I didn't realise you do that further up.
Oh, the hand starts at the shoulder.
Hmm. Oh, we might have an NPC puzzle here. This is Ruth. Ruth says, help me. Oh my god, no, no, no. She's been poisoned. Yeah, so this will be, if we don't solve it, she dies. Torres is the old cop. I hate dialogue. It's the one thing that I don't mind reading dialogue on my own, but as a streamer I just don't want to read it out. I don't want to take the time. I just don't want it to be here.
Would it be easier if it was voice acted?
Yeah, then I could just sit and look at, my room. Could just look around, crack my fingers. But there's also nothing too important to the gameplay in here. We're just going to be told to use this is a puzzle, use the room to solve the poisoning. Okay, that's the poisoned woman. And we can't leave until we cure her. We got some chemicals. I think the computer's probably going to be the most important thing to look at first. Oh, it'll be a centrifuge, okay.
Maybe there's something in the books.
Yeah. There's lots of
the
things
dogs.
Saying meds.
Is this a riddle from MFSB, or is it just a regular question?
I think Mighty Fighty could be wrong, but I think Mighty Fighty's dog has actually lost its breakfast biscuit, and Mighty Fighty genuinely wants to know where it is.
It's an interesting theory.
Okay, blood is a universal binder, and this also says synthesize antidote from blood. So that's the first thing I've learned. Oh, okay. Which section should we read? Arrhythmia or dermatology? It's also suggested we only get to pick one because we don't have much time. Dermatology is skin, arrhythmia is erratic heartbeat.
Neither seem dreadfully relevant.
Well, we haven't really. Okay, I've backed out. We should examine the body to see if she has skin or heart problems. Oh.
She's not looking so good.
Stethoscope. We could use that to check if she's got arrhythmia. Use the inventory item? Yes. I'm going to use this to check for arrhythmia. Heart's normal. So I don't want to learn about dermatology until we've determined she has a skin thing either.
By process of elimination, if you don't have arrhythmia, then it must be a skin problem.
Let's see the other books. Maybe there'll be other subjects. Oh no, it's only those you can read. I'm just worried about committing to dermatology. Why can't I just look at her skin? I don't need a special tool to look at skin. I'll look at the meds. Chemicals. Albrock created the sentence, you've got to help her, she's got poison in her appendix, you have to hold her gallbladder. Yeah. That's probably one of the least absurd, mega random sentences. Okay, we have Alpha, Kappa, and Phi have been added to our inventory.
It's quite tasty looking packaging.
Does look nice, doesn't it? Got a kind of reassuringly Calpol. Sometimes I don't know. I'm not ready for that.
Is there any Calpol in the room? That might solve it.
She's too old.
You're not meant to have Calpol when you're not a child.
Yeah, once you go to 18, when you're 18, Calpol does nothing for you, and the older you get, the more it actually harms you.
Oh, it's like the opposite of alcohol.
Where it hurts you for a child and heals you if you're an adult?
Yeah, like once you hit 100. It's just the water of
older you
life.
get, the greater the healing aspects of alcohol. Birds called for more verbs. I'm sure we can get some more verbs in the verb category.
I think you just need to learn about dermatology.
Should we learn about dermatology? Are you willing to take the responsibility for this?
I'll take a moral point.
Moral hit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're learning about dermatology. Even though there's no reason to do this, there's no reason to do this. Her face did look a bit weird. You know what? I can't tell if that's the light, but that seems discoloured, doesn't it? And there's a bit of...
It's a little beehive thing.
Yeah, there's stuff going on here. Yeah, that's all wrong. And when you think about it, there's no light source in this room. So that's weird, isn't it?
She's glowing.
There's no light source, yeah. Could be pregnant. Dermatology. Skin rashes are a great sign of telling how a person is reacting. Red and rashy is something irrelevant. Almost green in colour is bad. The tau element must be administered alongside a binding catalyst. And if I can just read about arrhythmia as well. If it's irregular, you want to use the binder element kappa. I don't. Okay, so hang on. Skin rashes are great, checking how a person is reacting. Red and rashy is something irrelevant, so we ignore red and rashy. Green is bad. The tau element must be administered alongside a binding catalyst. When? When it's green? Or just...
Just in general?
Clear. Yeah, that's not... It didn't quite connect. Okay, can we examine you for rashes now? I'm not giving her a dermatological based thing before I've... Am I supposed to have to look with my eyes and see a rash here? I don't see any green... Oh. Hang on. There's discoloration on her hand. Let's check her other hand. Yeah, there's discoloration here, but it's pink, isn't it? It's pink. It's pinky purple. Whoops, that's wrong. Dermatology. Red and rashy is something irrelevant. It's not red, it's pink. And almost green is bad. The tau element must be administered alongside a binding catalyst. And for binding, blood is the universal binder. But how do I get blood? Oh, a syringe.
Yeah.
Okay. Needles. Okay, so let's get a little bit of blood. That's a rash? Do you mean an irrelevant rash? Red and rashy?
I think it's red and rashy.
Oh, so it's irrelevant.
Oh, wait.
Why are you adding mansplain now? I'm just trying to summarise the information. It's very underhanded.
Might not be, you know, would be a coincidence.
Doesn't feel like it. I'm just trying to save this woman's life. Okay, well I know I need her blood, and then maybe the blood can tell us something. Roll up her sleeve. Now we'll see some rashes. Green, that's bad. Eh? Almost looks green.
It's like an episode of House MD. Okay,
dermatology. Green is bad. Yeah, I agree. The tau element must be administered alongside a binding catalyst. Okay, so do you think I'm going to put the blood and the stuff... We've got to put into beakers, and then we put the beakers in the centrifuge, I think.
Yeah, blood and tau?
We don't have tau. We have alpha, kappa, and phi. All right, let's look for tau.
You think we get tau from mixing other things together?
Oh, I never thought of that. All right. Let's put some kappa and some phi in.
The dog's breakfast biscuit was just under the dog.
It was just under the dog. Always the way. Separate the fluids. Alpha feels like it should be inseparable, but we'll find out. Don't think it'll split into anything. What about phi? Phi and alpha?
Mighty Fighty, what variant is your dog? Large dog? Long hair dog? Small face dog?
I've separated her blood out into plasma, leukocytes and platelets, erythrocytes, and a heavy element. Heavy element? That's not right at all. Monitor? Heavy element. I feel like that's supposed to be important. She's got zinc poisoning or something. She's been on the zinc.
Oh, not again.
Nothing in here tells me about zinc. She's been on the zinc.
They didn't train you for zinc.
They never taught us about zinc in school. Should wake her up. Where did you get the zinc?
This is like an episode of House. Like, it's about a third of the way in. You lied to us, patient. You've been on the zinc.
The one thing is, you didn't tell us the truth. You were a zinc addict. Heavy element must be the poison. Can you throw that in a centrifuge? No, it hasn't. It hasn't given me the blood. It hasn't given me the separable elements as items here, unless that's just a clean needle. The blood that I drew. I don't know. So this, if I put the phi in, it separates into kappa and alpha, suggesting that stuff further up the Greek alphabet is just made by combining. So maybe the mixture, this separates and the beakers combine. So what if I put in alpha and kappa and phi and see if that makes tau?
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
I think it makes some sense.
Oh, this will make phi. I'm being stupid. It's not an antidote. Oh, but it's not telling me.
It did the random phrase 0 again.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. It sometimes it just 0 is what it's bringing up if it can't find the thing it's looking for. But I don't understand why it does that and why it only does it sometimes. That's what's really confusing. Why does it do it sometimes and not others? It's not telling me what I've made, unfortunately. Synthesize an antidote. What happens if I just put everything in? I don't understand. Do you have any idea what I'm supposed to do here?
Is there some way to know what the combinations add up to, or do you need an intimate knowledge of the Greek alphabet?
Well, we could bring up the Greek alphabet and imagine they're like numbers. Greek alphabet.
Sorry, the sentence that Bird.exe has made is one of my favourites.
Mr. Mix animal and noun to make someone who's compliment. Bird actually created the sentence mix 0 and Yaiko to make someone who's nice jumper. Very good. So, phi. What have we got? We've got alpha, we've got kappa, and we've got phi. I was imagining if you think of like alpha as 1, and kappa would be however far kappa is into the Greek alphabet. You think of them like numbers and try and add and separate them to get to where tau would be. But I'm not sure if you can do that.
Yeah.
Because phi is actually 2 later than tau. And kappa would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how would you get to... I think I barked at the wrong tree. That's too complicated. Anything with been at the desk? Nothing comes up when I look. You can't crouch, to my knowledge. I think always the way I play the game is that... Oh, hello. These scrapes, were they caused by the shelf? Maybe I should take another look. Ah.
The scrapes.
The scrapes, of course. Move the shelf, yeah. Make a new set of scrapes. Great, here we go. Dead person. They must have had the same poison trap. Looks like they were trying to escape but didn't make it. There's a note. Scribbled note added to inventory. It's hard to read, but there's something about fucking up. They used the last of the blue chemical. There's a synthesized antidote in a syringe gun. It hasn't been used. But if it was correct, why would they not take it?
Who replaced the shelf?
The house just heals over time.
But not the scrapes.
Well, if we'd come a bit later, the scrapes would have healed as well. The scrapes
okay,
were caused in the healing process. So I can't draw the blood of a corpse. That's good, right? It's probably cold. Is it bad to take cold blood?
Well, no, they chill blood, don't they? They freeze it.
Oh, right, so you just heat it back up. That's great.
I don't think you need to keep blood warm.
I just assumed you did, because I do. I keep my blood warm. Keep it...
Yeah. I think it's different when it's active blood.
Yeah, in use.
But sleepy blood. Sleepy blood, I think, is meant to be cold.
Really?
I think so.
A sleeping person's blood?
No, like blood that isn't... Blood that's just waiting to be used.
Oh, spare blood. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Let's find out what they put in this antidote. There's tau in here. Sick. Hang on.
I could help to think.
Maybe we're here. It's all written over itself. I can make out they used the last of the chemical tau. Something about too many attempts, they were too late. Is it just tau, their blood? Bam. Inject. Or am I missing something important? Because all I've read is, if they've got green, put tau in, you synthesize antidotes from blood, you use blood as a binder. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, put tau and blood together and inject it.
Do you think we're putting it in now? We think this is it?
Well, it says you need tau.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm just scared.
We're all scared.
Oh, that's good. Alpha? Why alpha, Bird? Bird said we should put alpha in.
I don't know where alpha's coming from.
Where's alpha coming from? A woman's life is on the line here.
And you're just willy-nilly putting alpha in the mix.
Yeah, is this person your enemy? But
This
there might be a
person's
good
got a
reason.
serious case of zinc.
Bird said, "Why not lol?" So I think maybe we can discount that out of hand.
I don't think that's part of the Hippocratic Oath.
I think we get one shot. Lucy, you think we got the antidote here, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Use an event shame? Yeah, I'll use the antidote. Okay, and we're injecting it. Just checking.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
It can't be wrong. It says.
Yeah, that is reassuring, actually. Okay, if this is right, she should wake up and throw up, and then she'd be fine. Here we go. I love that we syringe by putting in our forefingers and just pushing it in like that. Yeah, cracking. There we go. I tried to kill that woman. Oh.
Negative Morl point, maybe?
No.
Oh. Oh. Maybe positive Morl point.
Well, we can't know. We can't know if it was right. Could have been another murder serum. Well, what went wrong there?
Didn't the person who died only have blood and tau? So you needed something else in there. But they didn't inject it.
Could have used that before, I think. But
they never injected what they had, right?
Well, they said I fucked up, and we looked at their serum and said, "Oh, hang on, why did they use that? Why did they die of the poison if they had the antidote right here?" I think we were supposed to realise that the note was them saying, "Oh, this antidote's wrong, and I know it's wrong."
And why were they in the wall? Is that relevant?
They were going to dig out.
Oh, they were just pursuing every option.
I don't know. Why were there scrapes? I'm not sure.
Well, I've got to go have a nurse look at my toe.
Okay.
But thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for helping out. I hope everything goes well with the toe. I hope to speak to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you. And sorry for helping kill that woman.
I'm pretty confident she definitely would have died, with or without your help. So don't feel too bad.
I don't. Bye.
I'll see you later. Okay, I think we've had one person saved, 2 people killed, so it's going pretty badly. Especially because I think things will get harder. Yeah, we've been doorbelled. Front door active. And they've delivered big eggs. I hope it's a little demon. Maybe a demon's egg. Oh, that's good. Let me shoot the puzzles. I feel strange. This is going to turn into Bioshock. We've got the gun now. We feel good. Gun headache. This is too much. What's the point? I tried so hard. People are still dead and there's no way out. No matter what I do, how hard I push, we just keep suffering. That's all we're doing, suffering. Oh, demon mode. We've got a new little avatar. We've gone, just like the vaccine turned Alex's eyes red. I think we're going to do some murders. We're getting a little pep talk. Ooh. Oh, we missed. I guess we're not actually skilled at shooting a gun. Oh no, but the scientist in the background looks dead. Do you think we're hitting a bad ending now? Do you think this is a bad ending because we've done too badly? This honestly feels like we've hit a pretty huge fail state. Oh no! Oh no! Do you think the game's ended prematurely because of how badly we did? What do we do? Do we reload and just go from... Here's what I'm thinking. If that's the game and there just would have been a better ending if we saved people, then we've seen the game. But if we've cut the game short prematurely because we were doing so badly, then we should reload and try and see more of the game. And I guess I'm going to try and take a peek and just see how many people there are to save or something that indicates... That sounds right, doesn't it? I'm going to try and work out how to see... Maybe I could look for a list of NPCs, or I could look through a walkthrough and then just try and control F to poison or Kappa or something. Tartarus Key walkthrough. Kappa. Okay, that's Ruth who just died. And is there someone after that? Oh, hang on. How many people can you rescue in Tartarus Key? There are 4 victims. Oh, maybe we did see it all. There was the rich guy, the scientist, Kai, and Ruth. I think we saw the game. I think we saw the game and just lost. Tartarus Key endings. There's good and true endings. If even one character died, you will unlock the bad ending and the game will end. However, if all are alive, you can attempt to reach the good ending or the true ending, which leads to some final puzzles and so on. Looks like there are about 13 or so more puzzles. Do you think... We'd have to start from the beginning. We'd have to start from the beginning to get... Because our people died. You can probably call that done. What's the fate of Tartarus Key? No, we got the bad ending. We got to the end of the game, we saw the credits, but it was the bad ending. Have you ever a great desire to play on? Not really, actually. Not really. I'm happy to put this to bed. Unless anyone's absolutely desperate to see what the ending sequence was. The puzzles are fine. I'm sure there's better stuff we can muster. I'm sure there's better stuff. Yeah, it's gone. My only hesitancy with saying it's done is I don't know what to do now. Well, we also poisoned an innocent woman with juice that we pulled out of. Oh no, it wasn't out of a corpse, was it? It was just out of a person. Well, what should we do now? Should we find another game? I feel like I overpromised and delivered. It was middle of the road, wasn't it, at the end of the day? It wasn't fab. It wasn't dreadful. Didn't really have any strong feelings about it. What should we do now? Did you not save her? No, she died. We did our best, but actually, in hindsight, there were some big clues that the thing we put in her body was poison. Time for Baldur's Gate? I don't think so. My issue is that I'm going to be starting to play Armored Core 6 tomorrow, and so I don't want to start anything huge. What else is on your to-play list? Well, I like to start games on a stream, right? The idea of like, oh, we'll get a new game tonight. It's nice to start that at the beginning of a new stream. That everyone's like, oh, what's this? And so if the game turns out to be really good and we're going to play it to the end, everyone's had more of a chance to be like, knowing what it is. Streamed Zelda once. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Sometimes if I just really like a game, but I don't think there's any particular stream-based fun to be had from it, I'll start it and then I'll just play it in my spare time. I don't know. I've created all these little heuristics for myself. Not really based on anything. Zelda, Cult of the Lamb, what's installed? Really good question. What is installed? What is installed? Let's look at my list. Yeah, I guess my criteria is it's not something completely new. And yeah, it's already installed. What we got? What's around? This list is all things that are new we haven't played yet. So what do I have? What's around? Haven't started that yet, so I'm not going to start it now. Hello, 1 2. How's the audio? How does the audio sound for people? Hello, 1 2 1 2. Testing the audio. It's just you, Albert. It's just your problem. What have I got? What would be good? Do you know, I complete so few games that I'm simply not set up to understand what to do if the game finishes. What happens now? Absolute panic. The streaming was supposed to save me from boredom, and now I'm thrown back into chaos. This landlord's super, but I feel like I don't fancy it. What would be right? What feels correct? What do I even have? Yeah, Fortnite? Do you know, I don't think I can get Epic to work on this computer anymore. I was trying to play Do you know, we could try making more TikTok quizzes. I know last time Premier was too hungry for memory and just killed it dead. But maybe it won't happen this time. Maybe this time it will go well. What's in here? What do I have? Oh, I know. I know what we can do. I downloaded a very strange game a while ago and thought this is nothing. This is nothing, don't bother. But we're not doing anything now, are we? So let's see. Up York's just sneak peek. Absolutely no way. I'm going to try and understand Crypt Worlds, which I got a while ago. Crypt Worlds. Is it even on here? Does Twitch even know about Crypt Worlds? Crypt Worlds. Crypt Worlds. Oh, it has 262 followers. Great. Okay. Exploring Crypt. I'll call it Crypt Worlds. First timer. Now, this was a thing. This I discovered just from a website. You could just download it from a single website. And I can't remember why it came up or how I became aware of it. And I don't really 100% know what it is or why it is or anything like that. So that's that. That's what we're doing. We're going to look at Crypt Worlds. That going to pop up? Is that bringing up anything for you? Crypt Worlds. It'll bring up a black screen for you, huh? Okay, we'll just do display capture. So this is it. This is Crypt Worlds. The website for Crypt Worlds is a real treat. Yeah, let's look at that first. Let's understand why I thought let's download this. Crypt Worlds. So this is the website, Crypt Worlds. It looks like this. It's got an official port seal. I think it's old as well. I think it got made as like a much more original generation strange game made out of reaction to other games. This is it, Crypt Worlds. So let's look through it, let's try to understand it, let's try and appreciate it. I'll read out the text, it's very small. Goddess Moronia says, I've called you here on important business, the fate of this world. The Legion of Dendigar has managed to displace 5 goddess relics and render me powerless before him. It's getting me down. Dendigar is making final preparations for total destruction of the crypt claims from his base of operations deep here in the tunnels of the Black Crypt. And even worse, dark whispers from the void discuss the return of the Chaos God. It would be utter chaos if it was... these evil jerks with their disdain of order and lust for crime will ruin my cool world if they aren't stopped. I spent a long time making this place, you know. Too loud. To regain my powers and crush these obnoxious pests, I will first need to... When you have recovered them, come find me in the depths of the crypts. You have 50 days before Dendigar ruins it. I'll be waiting for you. Now wake up. Okay. So you can see... So here we've got gold seeds, meats, crumbs, bones, and it's day 1 currently. Oh my god, how do I point here? Just down here? We've got maybe our face in the bottom left. Fuck, I love. This is our bedroom, probably where we come to sleep. That's a web. No, that might be an anti-drugs thing. It reads, winners don't do drugs. Well, alright, I guess. That seems to be a photograph of my bedroom. Oh. Who's this? And the alien says, pay me no mind. I'm just watching. Pretend I'm not even here. And then down here, oh, we can plant a seed, we can plant meat, we can plant a crumb, we can plant a bone, or we can exit. I don't have any of those things, so I'm going to exit. I don't know why I rejected this for stream, actually. As soon as I'm back here, I think this is excellent. I say, this is from the days when I worked in the Hell Zone. I like the overall design, even though the sacrilege is gratuitous, even for my tastes. You say, I got this when I was trapped in the eye realm. I don't know if I love eyes by any means, but I definitely have some deep-seated emotions surrounding them. This is giving me, it's giving me, by hyacinth energy, I think. Oh, I've gone into the gutter. I didn't realise. Is this Indiana Jones? Archaeologist says, I wish I was a trash collector. It's not dissimilar from being an archaeologist, and much more respectable. Archaeologist says, I'm an archaeologist. I will dig up ruins for you at a low, low price. It costs 10 gold, however, so I'm going to say no, so I can't afford that. Do we like this? Do we like Crypt Worlds? Archaeologist says, being an archaeologist isn't much different than being a grave robber, except you don't make any money. And then there's sort of a tent here with a goblet on the side of it. Oh great, it's sort of a gigantic area. This seems dangerous. Anthropologist Druid says, smell that blood, smell that bone. Even thinking about it gets me excited. Throw some more in there, won't you? Sammy says, hey, it's me, Sammy. You know, Dendigar's cousin. Well, lately I've been very worried about him. He keeps spending all his money on rare candy, and he isn't even able to pay the rent. I sure hope I won't have to evict him. Oh well. Anthropologist Druid says, it would be neat if we could just light everyone on fire. Anthropologist Druid says, I would sooner die than stop sacrificing these archaeologists. It's true. Can I jump? Yeah, okay. There's a jump. Oh, of course, because we're in the tent, right? So this is the canvas of the tent we entered. Me? Well, of course they'll never sacrifice me. Well, I mean, not this year. Honest. Oh, this guy's a bit different. Question mark, question mark, question mark says, you fool, you will never understand the ways of the ancients. Anthropologist Druid says, am I really an anthropologist? Academia says no, but my flaming dagger says yes. It's a complicated situation. I've seen everyone here. If I go into the fire, is that going to be bad for me? Oh, yeah, if you jump you can see that they're roasting archaeologists in here, so that's a bit of environmental storytelling that you can only access if you jump near the kiln. Oh, and if you can talk to them once you have line of sight, and they're saying, ah! Oh, that one exploded. And then the text box says, text no load, sorry, I error, try a further. Oh yeah, it is a night hole game in the daytime. Yeah, it's good though, isn't it? Welcome to Turbo Day Hole. Okay, what are people's predictions for whether or not there's an actual game here with game mechanics and progression, or whether it's just a lot of 2D sprites that say fucked up stuff? At this stage I'm happy with either, but I'm curious to see. I don't know. If I get some money and then I can plant something. Ring ring, Speako says, yes, Speako here. My advice, get out of the house. You might be missing something. See you around, kid. Beep beep. Let me just click on this toilet. nothing happens. That was the ability to plant. And I've explored everything in my house first, right? I feel like everything here is probably... That is my garden, that's the alien. Yeah, I've seen everything here. Yeah, I need to get some money, don't I? Alright, let's just exhaustively explore what's around my house. What have we got here? Ginger? Potatoes? Limes? Lemons? Artichokes? Oh, sell me your stuff. I don't have any stuff. Sorry. Whenever you decline out of a menu, it makes that noise, which I like. Ooh, we got 2 seeds. Fuck yes, I'm going back to the alien's garden. Now this is the stuff. Okay, I'm going to plant a seed. Great. I'm going to plant here a seed. We'll come back here later. We're only on day 1 after all. Farmer Susie says, "It's a pleasure doing business. I hope you die. Bring me all your valuable belongings, hun. Bye." This is a desk. Just for writing, maybe. Oh, and if you're looking, you probably can't see, actually, but there's a meter in the top. And it says 10 out of 100. And I don't know if that's my health, or that could be experience points building up. I've got no idea, really. Okay, we're in a labyrinth. But behind the labyrinth is a gutter. I've had positive experiences in the gutter, so I'm going to pop down. Oh, I'm not going to have a positive experience here. That's not a Morl phrase. It's a crypt phrase. Oh, here we go. Oh, hello. You're 3D. Skeletal Pilgrim, Keeper of the Stones, says, "Yeah, these are some rocks or something. Take a look." Let's check what this guy's got to say. Skeletal Pilgrim, fan of museums, says, "Wow, what fascinating relics. But what could they possibly have intended? Could these have been used to examine the stars? Who could possibly say? Ah, the wonders of history." Was there something orange behind the house? I don't know what you mean. I planted a seed behind the house. In the dark age of Dendigar, there will rise an unexpected champion, a chosen one who will come to smite the evil. The chosen one will retrieve 3 powerful tears of gods located in the ruinous worlds of the past. Upon collecting 3 tears of the gods, the chosen one must move beyond the realm of the living and unite the tears at the pyramid of meat deep within the underworld. That sounds good. Once this has been done, the old god of chaos will finally awake once again, and a primal chaos will engulf the world. It will be grand. It does have a let's go baby energy, doesn't it? But I think... Could someone look at when this came out? The website, just by its design, implies it's old-ish. It could be that this... Oh yeah, I remember. I was reading something about egg games. There was a movement of people making stuff like this, and this was considered like a pivotal or important egg game. MD Machine said, "Welcome to MD Point Trading Machine. Take a look at our prizes. You currently have 0 MD points, 2013. Not as long ago as you might think, though. No MD points. Buy, eat, buy. And if you go marked Donald's, you can get food, fries or burg. You can get Miniburg, Mediburg, Negaburg or Piss Soda. And you could just go behind the counter and you can see this rat. Skeletal Pilgrim Worker. Our mystical food vats can create food from even the most vile materials.
It's some of that lovely Dr. Clem, and I'm just so glad to be drinking it.
Well, this isn't Piss Soda, I want to say, Albert. This is Dr. Plem, and thank you to Dr. Plem for sponsoring all of our streams. Skeletal Pilgrim says, "The purifying crystals we use cleanses all matter and they come into contact with and create 5 delicious berg. It is truly a miracle." And I can go further into the storage of the... And I can just go down this hole. No, I can piss down the hole. Never mind. Never mind, thought we had an opportunity. You were implying Dr. Piss though, weren't you? Weren't you? Albrock, weren't you? I need some money. My life is a void waiting to be filled with bergs. Can anyone really say what the point of living without expansive tunnel systems is? I doubt it. I cannot escape the allure of the bergs. Every time I have a meal, I pray to the glorious pantheon of berg lords. Need berg, where berg? No. No one has ever actually seen the berg lords in person for over 3 years, yet the bergs continue coming. Could it be someone has usurped the power of the berg lords? There might be something hidden. I'm going to platform over here. God, you could platform anywhere. It's like Mario 64. I don't know where I came in or where I'm going. Oh no, I do. Now I know exactly where I am. I've fully oriented myself. I've really gained. Impossible to unlock. Something is holding these doors tight. I think we should make something like this. Well, hello. Detective Joe says, I overheard some dusty old bones talking about their latest find. Seems like hell is closer than we thought, and it's right here in these tunnels. Well, I don't support that behaviour, but I'll let you know. Send me a postcard. All I can say. Kill dead? And then our character says, I agree. This is a nice game of all 8-ball pool. A jukebox? Very, very, very good. Very nice. I am going to turn it down a little touch. Okay, the act of minimizing it and then trying to reopen it just crashed it, clearly. Okay, this is fully crashed. Oh, we're back. I wish I could game capture it. That really would be better. Can I save? No! I pressed escape, hoping escape would lead to a menu. Escape just turns it off. Escape just 100% turns the whole thing off. After saving it from crashing, I have just turned it off. Continue? Okay, auto saves at regular intervals. That's surprisingly generous of it. Okay, jukebox on. Is this too loud? How's the volume? Oh, I'm further away from the jukebox now anyway. Is a computer? Welcome to the Tunnels Community Network. You currently have no email, you currently have no friends, you currently have nothing. It's very, very easy to get caught on the furniture or anything here. It just has a bunch of stuff about how computer is fun and educational and also can overtake your vital organs and limbs, which I think would fit under fun. It's locked. A small note hanging from the door reads, out for lunch. Huh, better check back later. Isn't it one of these guys? Question mark, question mark. Question mark says, soon the time will be right. Speako says, yes, Speako here. I'll never believe in anything. Everyone says ghosts live behind that door, but they're all chumps. I only believe in the endless desperation of the masses. Harumph. I'm steamed. Ugh. See you around, kid. Beep, beep. Wow. TV. Whoa. And the TV says, I spend all day watching this man, and he spends all day watching back. Never once have I seen him move. Maybe I have met my match. I'm starting now to think it's just little guys you can see. It's just little guys you can talk to. And honestly, that's fine. The Skeletal Pilgrim says, welcome to our inn, enjoy your stay. Some weird music is coming from behind the door. It doesn't seem like it can be opened. How strange. And so none of you guys have heard of Cryptworld before. Is Cryptworld new to all of yous? I think I'm done in here. This is a nice hangout environment. There's like a place you can just hang out in, soak up the vibes. Oh, I've come out of a well. The pilgrim says, I hear this hole leads somewhere cool, but I really doubt it. Oh, I like these spinning green people. Pilgrim says, welcome to Morl. We get a lot of corpses, so feel free to take a few. Oh, you got 1 bones? Oh, that's good. Bone time. Also, whatever that meter is that used to say 10 out of 100, now says 35 out of 100. 60 out of 100. 85 out of 100. 100 out of 100. Have we leveled up? Has anything happened? Medium Pilgrim says, my beautiful pet rat Susie passed on recently and now my life has no meaning. I wait always for the tickle of her whiskers and it never comes. Oh, Susie. It could be carry weight. I guess it could be carry weight. You think I should go home and plant the bones? I'll see what happens when I go over 100. I'm hoping it's a level up system and I'll get an ability. Pilgrim says, welcome to Inn, enjoy bed, love bed. Detective Joe says, I overheard some scruffy nerds talking about their latest find. Seems like a rare, unreleased tape is being held by a dead goddess. Well, I don't support that behaviour, but I'll let you know that goddess must have an impressive collection. All I can say. What's that? Oh, it's a pilgrim. There's a pilgrim up there as well. Large pilgrim says, ah! Ooh, little pilgrim. Small pilgrim. I hear the skies pilgrims associate with criminals. Medium pilgrim. My husband has locked himself in the next room. He is a shameful fool. Large pilgrim. Oh, my heart is weak. The constant threat of sky pilgrims is too much. What? No, I haven't seen them. They are truly elusive. Trust me, I'm an expert. Medium pilgrim says, I feel like something is watching me. Television face says, I'm still not sure how I got here. Got another hole, which as far as I understand, we can piss. Okay. The thing that was building up, for some reason, was piss. 100 out of 100 was how much piss I had. But now that I've pissed, I've got a scarab. You found a gold bug. It has been sent to your house. You have now 1 gold bug, 1 of 10 collected. Okay, great. Oh, I don't want to talk to everyone in here. Small Pilgrim says work, work, work. Everyone here says work, work, work. Thank God. Merciful dialogue. Everyone just said... Let me just check if everyone says work, work, work. Yeah, I'm not sure why they've linked your piss gauge to the picking up of corpses. That weird piss guy next door is always freaking me out. I'm the piss maniac. Go ahead, let me rate your piss. I haven't got any piss to be rated. And I think the guy's probably, not right. Television says, destroy me now, no more, please. Television's face says, every day is composed solely of infinite misery. I've waited in this abandoned home for 30 years, waiting for it to end. Change the channel, end this, please, dear God. Is there any way out of this? The slums. There's a door there. I wouldn't mind saying hello to the Sky Pilgrims, which I've assumed are the people in the rafters, but might not be. There might actually be a sky area. Oh! 1 of 10 rare gold books. I had a lot of good things about these guys. Buy something? No, got nobody. I hate this town. Let's leave. How do I leave? Do you think we should try and make something like this? I think we could do a great one of these. The Morl egg game. Nightbot is a liar. I can fix it. Is it worth fixing it? I couldn't think of a full sentence. Oh no, I've crashed it again. Oh well, it seems to autosave pretty regularly. My concern is that every time I tab out, it crashes the game. But I guess we're back where we were. There seems to be no... I'm going to press all the F keys. No, nothing. We got nothing. And anytime you touch a fence or anything like that, it's 50-50 you're going to just get stuck to it. It would be work and it would take ages. But I think once you've got the architecture to just let you move around and pop in polygons that you can bump into, probably quite easy then just to start. I always say that. I always go, oh, probably if I learnt this thing, then everything else would be easy. And then it just consumes my life. The door won't budge. It is inscribed with ancient runes, but alas, I cannot read them. Let's get a seed. Oh, we get lots of seeds. Good, good, good. We're going to have a very full garden. I hope tomorrow that's going to yield stuff. Maybe this really is a gardening simulator. Maybe this is a bit of a Stardew Valley. We're just going to plant our seeds. See if we can plant our bones. I think bones might also refer to actual full corpses. Oh, we're back here. Oh, very good. Of course, because I never actually got to the end of this little labyrinth, did I? I just... Oh, hello. Okay. New, possibly very important area. The coffin says keep it down. Rob Layek says, I've heard rumours of a rare, horrible, screaming murderer IV04 director's cut tape showing up around here. I must have it at any cost. Was there a Mew under that truck? No, I think there's a little piss hole. But who knows, maybe if we fully piss in it, the Mew will come out. Ooh, we've got 5 gold from clicking on that coffin. Hang on, I want to try and work through this methodically. I came in from over here. Let's go left. Maybe it's coherent to start from the left. Okay, we got some guys. Pilgrim Knight says, a real pipsqueak, eh? I used to be like you, but then I came here. Now I'm a full-time violence man. I hope I didn't forget to lock the door back home, haha. You need humour in a place like this to lighten the eternal darkness, ha. Welcome to our inn. In a place as dangerous as this, having somewhere homey is important. Then we've got this kind of skull candle. Then we've got this picture. I don't know what it is of. Oh, I pissed a bit on the bed. That was a mistake, but I don't seem to have got in trouble. I can't seem to get past these Pilgrim Knights. Oh, these guys fully block the way. Right. Okay, well, I'll come back another time. Let's check in here. Got a burger and... Oh, it's a vampire. Dracula says, yes, I'm Dracula. I'm just here for lunch break. Blair. Got bones. Dendigar says, hi, I'm Dendigar. Oh, that's the bad guy. That's the guy we've been told at the very beginning of the game is the central antagonist. So, there he is. Could be someone who's not Dendigar lying. If you see my friend Sandy, tell her I said hi. That's coming from this coffin. We've got our extra bones. We're nearly full of piss. I have spent the last 3 decades searching these plains for Dendigar, and it has led me to this hidden crypt. What mysteries lie here? Large skull yells unintelligible moaning of countless dead. Coffin says I'm trying to sleep. Get a clue? Coffin says tips. I don't have any tips. Consult the player guide or something. I'm trying to get some rest. And we're trying to avoid the green. Very nice. Got full gold. I could probably buy a berg now. Been in there. Been in there. Been in here. Didn't quite get them. Didn't quite... Yeah, that's all that's in here, I think. I've spoken to you. That was a bones. That was that. This is this. Dendigar, anything new to say? No, it's just Dendigar. And I came in from here, and that was left. Let's go right, and then we'll leave straight ahead on for afterwards. Oh, Pilgrim Knight says no, no, no. Probably to teach you not to fall in the pits. Bit of gold. Detective Joe says, I overheard some hellish voices talking about their latest find. Seems like my time is nearly up. Well, I don't support that behaviour, but I'll let you know I don't want to die. All I can say. That's a piss hole. We're not quite at full piss, but we know where our nearest piss hole is, should we? Oh. Great, let's piss in that piss hole. Hopefully we'll get a bug. Very nice. You've now found a gold bug. It's been sent to your house. Great. You says it's locked. A note lodged in the door says, Rob Layak spot bug off. Pilgrim Knight says, I have been in this crypt for 2 weeks and still no sight of Dendigar. These passages may be difficult to navigate, but I'll find Dendigar if it takes me the rest of my life. And then there's some kind of nerd in there. Just a dweeb. Just a real Poindexter in that little cage there. Oh, and then that's that. And then lastly, dead ahead. Oh, and that's the goddess or whatever gave us our TV. This must be some sort of joke. Got some bones. I'm going to plant all these bones when I get home. Oh. Speako says, yes, Speako here. I'm afraid of the dark. Aye, have you seen the goddess? I hear she's good at parting the shadows. What a dreamboat. Well, I'll see you around, kid. Beep, beep. Pilgrim Knight says, greetings, traveller. It's good to see you again. A familiar face in these crypts is a rare sight indeed. Still, no Dendigar, though. Coffin says that dang goddess won't turn down her music. It's driving me nuts. Oh, of course, because she's got a rare tape, hasn't she? Well, let's go and have a listen to the goddess's rare tape. Yeah, fair enough. Goddess Moronia says, do you have the relics yet? No. Well, scram, nerd. Okay. I feel like I've exhausted everywhere to go. Oh. I'm not sure what happens after this. I'm back in the forest maze. But I think the forest maze is just what connects my house to the rest of the world. Unless I'm missing something. I'm going to plant my bones. Or plant whatever I can plant. Can I plant bones? Yeah. Great. Great. Have you pissed on everything? No. I always save up my piss until I've got a full bladder and then I'll piss. I don't have any crumbs or any meats, so I guess I'll plant... I'll mostly plant seeds because I'm sure that's their primary purpose, and I've still planted... Oh, you're still here. Just the alien. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Let me just... Can't pause this because it just breaks. Hello, SK. Hello, Raiders. How are you all doing? A shout out to SK the Crusader. Welcome in. Golden Tonti's always welcome. Hello, Raiders. Get comfortable. What were you up to? YouTube Zone? Crusader Kings? How are things going? How was the stream? I am looking at a very strange game made in 2013 called Crypt World. You can just download it from the Crypt World website. It's purposefully very obtuse. This is our bedroom. Oh, it hasn't come through. the game thing doesn't like picking it up, so I've got to do desktop. How's Game Dev Tycoon? I've not tried it. Is that the one where they put in some anti-piracy, so if you pirated it, you can't make money from your game because people are pirating it in the game? I think I read about that. So yeah, I've only just really made a lot of Harold Shipman related games. Right, what genre? Simulators? Survival horror? I'm still early on in this that I don't know if it's really a game with systems or whether it's just a lot of 2D sprites that you can talk to. Surgery sim, of course. But he didn't do a lot of surgery, did he? He was just he was a needles guy, I think. We don't need to go. You know what? Don't need to go into the nitty-gritty of everything Harold Shipman did. Surgery can have needles, you're right. I think once you're in the surgeon's chair, you could basically do what you want, right? Too much power and authority is vested in you. You can literally put whatever you want inside the patient's abdomen. Who's going to stop you? Yeah, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this. There's this kind of slum world filled with these pilgrims, and they seem to be in some sort of war with the sky pilgrims, which I can only assume are these pilgrims you can see on the roof who are looking down on you, but I don't know how to access them or really what the objective is of this thing. Oh, and a mechanic in it is that you can piss in these holes, and when you do, an insect might crawl out. Don't know. I haven't really formed an opinion of this. In the Harold Shipman simulator, even though I'm not sure if Game Dev Sim allows you to go into this level of detail, do you just have to do everything Harold Shipman did, or do you get any kind of open world style choices? Could you do a pacifist run of Harold Shipman simulator? Oh, we can piss in this hole. There we go. Still not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm having a nice time with it. No branching stories, fair enough. It would be good to be a doctor, whether moral or evil, in a kind of GTA universe kind of thing. So if someone's going on like a rampage, if you're imagining that the main character on GTA is just an avatar controlled by a 15-year-old with an Xbox who's just going around murdering people, it'd be good to play as some kind of Red Cross type who can just kind of mop it up, make people feel better. All fancy. Help people regain their trust in humanity. And I guess, you know, the social contracts. People don't need to read the Leviathan. Not if they can play GTA 3. Maybe some sacrificial stones? Do you think, who's that guy who's making that Duke Nukem Britain simulator? Do you think that's ever going to be released, or whether it just exists as a just a series of Twitter X formerly Twitter videos? I remember being obsessed with the idea that this could be fully playable, but now I realise I never actually was sure if that was the point. Yeah, Dan Douglas. I was never sure if the point of it was to make a playable thing. Are you off X? I'm in a horrible limbo where don't really know what I'm doing. I don't want to be on X. Because recently I had a bunch of shows with tickets to sell. And then it's really hard to be off social media when you're like, oh, I'm coming to the Edinburgh Fringe, or I'm doing this show in your city, and there's like a time where it's really obstinate not to tweet when the producers and the venues are being like, can you let people know? It's like, no, they've removed the block, so no, I'm not going to help. That helps make the decision for you, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's a bit of an easier ride, isn't it? Just get banned. Maybe I should get banned. I think I should set out to get banned, and then I won't need to think about it anymore. I can say, well, what can I do? I'm banned. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the alternate version of you if I hadn't made the decisive decision to wish violence on someone. I should just get banned. That's so good. What's the heaviest stick? Oof. A tree, I suppose. You're asking what the biggest tree is. It's funny how the layer X looks like a previous sound structure that's collapsing on itself. I think of all the things which are worse about the social media platform X, the one that is not the least bad but seems to come up the most in day-to-day life is that if you ever want to talk about it, you have to call it the social media platform X or something like that. You can't just say, oh, I saw an X the other day. People go, huh? You saw what? You saw some eggs? You have to say, oh yeah, on the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, I saw the following statement. It's awful. You can't... It's like crushed the ability just to refer to stuff on the platform. Okay, I'm really starting to doubt whether this is... I don't want to say I'm doubting whether it's a game. Obviously little art things can be games if they want to be games. But I'm really starting to doubt if there's like more to this. It is mind-bogglingly shit, but like, yeah, I suppose. There's always the twin elements of like, why did he want to make that specific decision? And then that's quickly followed up by a bunch of headlines showing that it's not even legal, practical, or possible to enact that decision. Like, it's not... It's been announced before some of the most basic viability checks have gone through. I only recently... I've tried to like switch off from the Elon Musk stuff generally, but I only recently saw the clip of them smashing the windows on the bulletproof truck, where from what it looks like it was never an intended part of the demonstration of the reveal of the truck that they would throw a ball bearing at the window. But Musk just goes, just do this. Just do this as well. And it instantly smashes. So it's one of those of not like, oh, you didn't get it done in time. It's a disaster. The demo was designed not to reveal that the windows would smash. I don't know. I think we're at a time when I think a lot of people were wedded to Twitter for a very long time. It's completely unviable now. And I don't know if the appetite's there for people to be like, I'll just find the new good social media. I think it's too fragmented. It's no longer really possible just to be on one platform. Unless perhaps you're like, you know, a 13-year-old TikTok star. And maybe the appetite might fall out. Like, there was this report about how many climate journalists have just left Twitter. But what I'm not sure of is how many people are actually setting up shop anywhere else. Yeah, and that's the thing that's interesting. The fact that, like, something as bread and butter useful comms. This is a bread and butter useful types of communication to have. Climate science. What's happening? dissemination of the latest research, just a bit of science communication. If that kind of thing can no longer be found on Twitter, I'm not confident that people are going to start setting that up somewhere else. Yeah, I was always conflicted. I think 2020 and the pandemic and lockdowns and stuff really cemented whether or not you found this thing pleasant or unbearable. But just as someone who just flat out had tickets to sell to comedy shows, I didn't have a choice. Didn't really have a choice. Unless I wanted to make a larger choice, just to change what I was doing with my life. Blue Sky is interesting. I think people are complaining about things, but they're not things on the scale of... It comes down to, do people just want to have another Twitter back again, or are people happy sort of to sack it in and see what the next paradigm might be of online communications? Blue Sky is an interesting one. It's definitely more pleasant to scroll through than anything else I'm on. I don't find myself using it quite a lot. One of the more interesting behaviours of Blue Sky is that some people have just switched to Blue Sky from Twitter and are doing all of their old Twitter behaviours on Blue Sky. And so I've had to unfollow some people or mute them or whatever, just because the rate of their output. Everyone's follow counts and follower counts are so much smaller that I follow less than 100 people. And so if someone's tweeting like 10, 15 times a day, they just swamp the timeline. It just completely... No. I've seen people who, when I log on, it's like 4 or 5 consecutive Blue Sky skeets of theirs before the next person. I haven't noticed you being anywhere near on the level of some of the particularly American power users of social media. Yeah, you have to unfollow for reasons that aren't to do with quality or anything. You just have to be like, you have to just follow a bunch of people that post at roughly the same rate until maybe you start following so many hundreds of people that it all evens out a little bit more. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going in circles. Shall I just try sleeping and advancing the clock? What happens if I just sleep over and over again? Do you think the stuff in the garden might advance? Okay, the seeds are growing. The bones are not doing anything. Does the alien have any dialogue? I do like to think about what a publicly owned social media might be like, or what would social media be like if the Cold War was still going? What would happen? What if the Soviet Union was still going? I'm sure they'd make a social media site to rival things. Alternate history social media user interface would be something I would be really interested in. Like, what different course of events with different regimes? I feel like social media is sort of an inevitability. So you can imagine, like maybe if the Soviet Union was a dominant power, we'd still be in forums. It'd still be forums. Oh, I've slept too long. Was this a dream? Like, imagine Jeremy Corbyn getting in and being like, all these social media platforms seem a bit predatory. Let's make this nationalised British, like it's part of the library system. The library gets so much funding, they make a social media platform. Every time there's a moderation decision, moderating it could be like jury duty. Imagine the EU starts a social media system. This is awful. These noises are awful. How do I make these houses stop screaming? I talk to them. Hellhome says, I feel a really personal connection with the old god. Just like knowing it's always here, watching, waiting to be released and destroying everything. I can relate with it, you know. Hellhome says, I hope the old god wakes up soon. I'm getting really bored. Is this the old god? It looks like a house. What am I looking at up here? Is that... I can see two... Does it have eyes? When I finally meet the old god, I'm not sure what I'll do. It sounds so dreamy. Yeah. Okay, stuff's happening. Yeah, because, like... Imagine the EU stepped in. Like, a lot of things might block TikTok, for instance. I just like the idea of a state-run... I think it would be awful. Like, I think a lot of state-run things now... I think there'd be lots of downsides to what a huge mass communication state-run service might be like. But it's very interesting to think about how it would differ from these, like, gigantic, unmoderated private entities. The moderation things, I don't think you'd see at the outsourcing of moderation. I think maybe it would be like... I think it would be like jury duty, or... Maybe it'd be like the NHS. It would become the largest single employer of people. It would be just the people called upon to moderate the UK's social media service. It wouldn't have the same incentive scale of interaction yet, and so they probably wouldn't update the user interface, right? That's why it would look like Matt Hancock at best, but it would probably look more like a virtual bulletin board Mark II from 2005. The National Posting Service wouldn't have a timeline. I think the National Posting Service would just... I think... Now that you say that, I realise it wouldn't be an outcrop of the library system, right? It'd be an outcrop of the Royal Mail. And it would just be email. It would just be maybe... it would just be another email system. Frank Booth says, fucker. Royal Mail social media. Okay, these things don't talk, so I guess they're really skulls. Dead? Oh, big mouth. The receptionist says, I already said you can go now, shoo. The phone says, yes, Speako here. Did you know even gods can cry? Just thinking about it makes me all weepy. Well, not here. See you around, kid. Beep, beep. Just be like Tynesburg and one field. You can see the most recent thing posted on it. That's one thing I would like. Imagine, I know everyone, Federation is what people are excited about. A very small minority of people are really excited about it. I'd love to just see a GitHub fully open source thing where I've got every possible option I can. I can rate limit myself. I can only see one post a day from everyone. Imagine if you could completely customize the algorithm of your own timeline based on just whatever bizarre little things you can think of. They're trying it a little bit with Blue Sky, that you can make these like specific timelines you can subscribe to. But imagine that souped all the way up. But I think my half-hearted prediction is that, hello Bread Santa, is that in the absence of gigantic social media platforms, I think it's going to feel a lot nicer. I think there's enough nostalgia for forums that there's going to be an appetite for just fragmenting for its own sake into just smaller little communities. We're playing Crypt World. We finished Tartarus Key. Oh, new day, more gold. I actually have 46 gold now, so I could try buying... Oh, I guess all these things refresh. Well, I've been quite enjoying Discord as a I found that Discord and being in some pleasant, and even running a pleasant Discord, has robbed me of the desire to talk about a thing in public, which, to be honest, when you think about it, was a weird thing to have anyway. Before social media, it would never occur to me to talk about something important or interesting with strangers in public. And now that it's all dead, I feel like I've gone back to normal and been like, I want to talk about these things with my friends or someone that I think might be like-minded. Yeah, and I think fandom stuff and fan identities have become incredibly important. At the same time, I'm much too socially useless to really wander into a lot of Discords. I find that I'm even shyer going into a Discord than I am talking to people IRL about something. I can enter a room and talk to a bunch of strangers, but writing that first post on a Discord, awful. Absolutely dreadful. I think a lot about when people join my Discord. How do you get them over that first hump? Loads of people join and never say hello, and if you never say hello, nothing ever happens. But that's why you want it, right? That's the whole problem. That's the whole thing that fuels the context collapse, which in turn, everyone, and this especially happens with, like, you know, essentially children who are on the space. Over and over and over again, people are forgetting that they're in this, like, gigantic public, they're in this gigantic, like, horizontal public space where everyone can see everything. Because 99.999% of the time, you're just talking to your 10 followers, you know? Early days, you asked me what I had for breakfast, that helped. What, on the Discord? Hey, welcome aboard. We've turned on an onboarding thing for new people. So you'll have to, on the Discord, you'll have to, like, click on the rules or something. I've been meaning to make a fake account so I can actually see what that looks like. There's just been these new options to make a community server. And the options mean I can now see how many people join, but never make it through that thing, that where they have to click on a couple of options, and then the server goes, this person's joined, in, like, the main channel or the intro channel. And I spent myself a lot of time fretting about, we've had, like, I'd say like a third of members in the last, since we've set it up, never make it past that. They pop their head in, and they never do the thing where they say hello. But there's nothing you can do. I find myself thinking a lot about it, but I think there's a limit to what you can do on that. What's in a breakfast burrito? You just put a breakfast in a burrito. Of all the foods, it's one of the easiest to get your head around.
Egg.
I've been making bubble and squeak. Getting big into bubble and squeak.
Egg.
Are the eggs showing up? Are the eggs working again? Are you like the Pilgrim slums? Do you want to go back in? I'm still not sure if this is a game. What time are we on? 4. Huh. Yeah, where are the eggs? Alright, let me come and take a look at this. Egg. The eggs seem to be working. Did someone else test an egg? I think the eggs are working. Egg. Egg. All right, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Something's up with the eggs. That's showing over the game where that's wrong as well. Yeah, what's happening here? Number of people have said egg, not seen an egg. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing. Albrot's just said egg, and I'm not seeing egg. 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 Did the bounds of the random position get expanded? No. Unless... Egg. Unless... Nope. I think it was always possible for the egg to appear off screen. Maybe everyone's getting unlucky. Random Crisp chosen, Michael Parkinson, Twiglet effigy.
Eggs and ass.
No. Well, my egg's not appeared. Oh, hang on. Let me take a look at this. Oh. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. Maybe, Egg. Egg. Huh. What's happening? Egg. What? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't fully understand. There's not. Yeah, I don't understand actually.
Eggs and ass.
Have I fixed them now? Can we get some eggs, please? Let me just get a few eggs in just to verify. Egg.
Egg. Egg. Egg.
Egg. Egg. Egg.
Egg. Egg.
It seemed like it was showing eggs. Did anyone have a time where they say, no, Good Pete's egg didn't do anything there?
Egg.
It's dropping eggs. Egg. It's dropping eggs for some reason, yeah. Not every egg is going through. Egg. Oh.
Eggs and ass.
I'm going to restart Sammy. I think Sammy might be having some issue. I think there might be some issue. There's no reason not to just give it a little restart. Egg now. Egg. Sorry, you've lost the egg counter, but it's frivolous, isn't it? The whole egg thing is frivolous. Egg. 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 Egg.
Eggs and ass.
It seems to be working correctly now, right? We're getting an egg for each egg. Is everyone happy with these eggs? Egg. Nice try. We didn't say egg for...
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new users in chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Toot toot.
We do have a new welcome bear, but let it come up naturally because it takes so long for a new thing to come out. Okay, I think I've rinsed Cryptworld. I don't really understand what it is. There is a guidebook for it apparently, but I don't know. I don't want to keep digging at it and working out what it is. So maybe I'll head off for now. We got to the end of Tartarus Key, and I'm happy with that. And that means next time we can start a new game. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks to SK for the raid. Thank you for the company. Thank you for... that's it. Should we see what the Morl point leaderboard's looking like? Birds in first place next to Buzz Josie. I think Rickard and Martine are on 1 each. Give some points. What for, Albert? What for? What do you want a point for? They're not just dispensed. Yeah, absolutely, Rosanna. No problem. No problem. It's always good to slack at work, so I'll always reward that. No problem. I'm always happy to help. Yeah, sorry, Brentan. I've tried to avoid making... I'm trying to ensure you don't have any points because I know you don't like them. So, I've done you a favour there. Maybe you should give me a more point for that. Can you lose some points? How many? Why? No, you can't. No. You can't.
Egg.
Albrot's having a moan, so just bring in that negativity to what was already just we were having a nice time. Yeah, I think I'm going to head off. Let's see who's around. Let's see who we can raid on to.
Egg.
Of course, join the Discord if you haven't already. Find out what's coming up. Looks like Shimus is live playing some Red Dead Redemption. I can have a moan if that's what it takes. No, it doesn't. There isn't. I'm doing my very best not to give you a clear instructions for what to do. Yes, of course. King of Time's Secret Word game is on this evening at 7:30 BST. It is the apex of appointment television. He has made a sublimely simple game show for Twitch that is chat versus King of Time. I highly recommend it. I know all of you already follow this channel, but who knows? Could be someone in. You'll be doing something about 4. Of course, why not follow? A good Pete. Also, I am, however, going to be heading off now, so we're going to raid up to Shimus. And I will see you all later. Tomorrow I will be predictably doing a release day stream for Armored Core 6, which I'm looking forward to. Also, I've burnt myself out on Robot getting ready for Armored Core 6. So we'll see what frame of mind I am in. Goodbye, everyone. And thank you for thanking me. I'll give you all some more. Remind me next time and I'll give you some more points for that. It's very polite. Thank you.